What's up, guys? I'm going to do a review of Sin Help. Now, this is a movie that I saw really when it came out, but I saw it and I just didn't review it. Now, it's directed by Sam Raimi. Most people know Sam Raimi from the Spider-Man movies, but he's a very legendary director. Um, but it's starring Rachel McAdams, Dylan O'Brien, and it's about this. And man, like the concept, when you like saw the concept, like even like my dad, who's not like even crazy in the movies, he was like, that's an interesting concept. They're stuck on, like, I think people just love stranded in a place type of media. People love to watch media about people stranded in a place. You know what I mean? Like that type of media that really gets people excited and really gets people interested. And their twist on it is, okay, you have this really hard worker named Linda who's going on a company retreat with her boss who she hates. And like, from the trailers, you get the vibe that they've known each other for a while. They've got this repertoire that he hates her. But then once you watch the movie, you realize, okay, this dude's like, he's the son's boss. He just got the duty. The dad's dead, yada, yada, yada. And he's taking over the company. And like, he dislikes her from like the first minute. And like, you still sympathize with Linda because you can see how hard she works. You can see that she's someone who really cares about the job, really cares about doing the job the correct way, really cares about honoring Bradley's father's way of doing the job. And you have someone like Bradley who just wants to, like, you can clearly tell he grew up a wealthy, he grew up in frats. He's got his clique. He wants to put the people in his frats, like he wants to put them high up. He doesn't want to give Linda the job because she's not in his clique. She's not someone he likes. And what really like set him over was like when they were first meeting, she had like tuna. She was eating tuna and she got tuna on his clothes, and that really pissed him off. So you, like, in the beginning of the movie, you really sympathize with Linda, and then they find a video of Linda while they're on the plane. They're going to run a retreat. They find a picture of Linda while she's on the plane, and they make fun of her. And then boom, the crash happens. I know I'm kind of spoiling the movie, but I'm just setting the groundwork for, like, at the beginning of the movie, you really do sympathize with Linda. You really do want things to work out for her, but as the movie goes on, once they get on the island and it's just her and Bradley, you start to see a different side of Linda. You start to see the effects of all the neglect and the years of neglect that she probably had to endure, and now she has a chance to be the one in control. She understands what it's like to be on an island alone. She watches Survivor 24/7. She wanted to be on Survivor. That was the video that they were laughing at of her audition to be on Survivor. So now she has this opportunity to be in control, to have a one-up on Bradley. Even though Bradley's a man, he really doesn't know what to do. All he really has is, and he doesn't have his strength because he can't move because he's injured from the plane crash. And I'm going to give the hot take that everything that she does after she leaves Bradley the first time on that beach when he was being a cunt, everything she does after that, I think was in malice. I think was to show that she had power over him. I think it was to be abusive. Like, I know it sucks, but an abused person can also be abusive. Linda is definitely an abused person, abused most emotionally by the people around her and by the way people see her. You know what I mean? But she got in a position where she got some power and she decided she's going to be the one that's going to lay on the abuse. And throughout the movie, she just became very abusive towards Bradley. And then there was, and I think another thing that they did that was like pretty cool was that they were like playing on like the will they won't they of, like, they're the only two people in the island where they get together, and it gets really, really close where they start eating together, and you think Bradley and her are really about to get together, and then he fucking poisons her and he tries to escape. And that just goes to show how, like, the type of person Bradley was. All this, like, for 20 to 30 minutes of the movie, you think he's buying it in the second act. You think he finally understands that they have to, like, that they have to work together to, like, just maintain what they're doing. And then he still tries to escape on, like, his shitty made life raft. And it just didn't work. And Linda's not completely innocent here too, because what Bradley doesn't know is that Linda had already found a ship, already found a way to get out. And this is before the big reveal. She had already found a ship that showed people could come in and out. And she said, no, not now. She wanted to torture him even more. And that's why I say everything after she left him on that beach the first time with malice. The way she treated them was malice. You know what I mean? She just wanted to really show that she was in control. And then Bradley's girlfriend or fiance that we meet earlier in the movie hires someone, comes to the island, and finds Linda. And after this, like, I think this is for most people where it's like, okay, we got to go full on this. Like, she can't be redeemed after she kills this dude's fiance and the guide that were hired to come and find them. You can't redeem her anymore. And after that, it kind of just goes off the rails, and Linda and Bradley start fighting because Bradley eventually finds his wife's hand because he goes to the part that she told him not to go. Like, this is like a movie that, like, it's really hard to talk about the character dynamics without spoiling it, so that's why I'm just spoiling it. But Linda, like, really goes off the deep end towards the end of this movie, and I think some people are going to be into it. Like, don't, like, I think, like, I was into it for one. Like, don't try to redeem her. I understand that she was the person that had a bad hand dealt to her throughout her life, with her husband, with how she was treated at work, but just because she was an abused person does not mean she can be abusive back. And she was very abusive and very just dangerous to be around on this island. And did it work out for her at the end? Yeah, it worked out for her in the end, but that doesn't change that, you know? And I think that's what Sam Raimi's trying to go with. Like, just because you're an abused person, does that mean you get the right to abuse someone else when you get the chance to? You know what I mean? So I didn't go all the way into it, but I just said what I really wanted to say about the movie. So Send Help, I'll definitely give this about an 8.5, 9 out of 10. This is one of the better original movies we got in a long time. We're on a good run here with original movies. Send Help, Sinners, one battle after another if you want to count it. And now Project Hail Mary that I'm going to go see in a couple days and I'm going to review. But yeah, Send Help, 8.5 to 9 out of 10. A really great movie. Probably going to go down. This is probably in the top, easily top 30 of the decade. We're over halfway into the decade. So I think we can start making those lists now. This is definitely a top 30 if I had to sit down and start listing movies. But yeah, Send Help, 8.5 to 9 out of 10. I really recommend it. I know it's going to be on Netflix pretty soon. But if you can check it out on Netflix, I definitely would. So 8.5, 9 out of 10. Peace.